Good morning. We are back with another episode of Tarot Talks. This is the second half of the examinations of the 2's of the minor arcana. Okay, so this is the 2 of Wands. This is the first deacon of Aries, and this is the Lord of Dominion. If you look at the imagery of the card, he's standing on the battlements of his castle. He's overlooking his dominion, and then he also has a model of his world in his hands. Okay, this is mastery of the mind, and as he stands on the battlements, he understands that if he masters his mind, he masters his dominion. Okay, he holds the world in his hands because he has come to a state of not letting outside forces affect his inner being. And once you do that, you have more of the ability to charge forth and make things happen in your life. Now, this is the first deacon of Aries. The first deacon of Aries is also ruled by Mars. This is double Mars energy. So this is the 2's. We're talking about the beginning phases of things. And so this is the ability to make things happen. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and it kicks off the wheel of the year. And there's a reason for that, because Aryan power has energy. So it's like, you know, hitting the start button. When you hit the start button, things power up. So this is all about powering up and receiving that energy for new endeavors, a new business, you know, that taking that journey that you've been wanting to take. This is the energy that's available to do so. But the more esoteric meaning is about the mastery of oneself, one's identity, because we're talking about the first sign in the first house of the zodiac, which is Aries, which rules the identity and the mind. So you're always going to have that that need to know thyself. So the esoteric meaning is to me is more important than, you know, just the energy to like start a business. It's, you know, mastery of knowing who you are and being comfortable with who you are. I mean, there's a lot of information and a big movement right now about self-love and self-acceptance, but it's really hard to love yourself if you don't first accept. You have to accept what you are to be able to get to a point where you can love what you are. You have to understand it and know it. And so, yeah, this is like the imagery is the examination of the territory. The territory is you. It's inside yourself. So this is macrocosm, microcosm energy and imagery, which is really cool when you think about it. Now, anytime you have a 2, you're talking about 2 coming together to create something else. So if you look, he's between the 2 staffs, which is the portal. So in that portal, you have the gestation of something growing and something about to happen. So if we're talking about the wheel of the year, you want to have, if you look at any other culture, honestly, besides American culture, the new year starts right after the spring equinox, okay? This was our original New Year's. New Year's is not in January, and you're going to see that in the zodiac and astrotheology, which is the oldest information that you're going to find, okay? It was perverted, and we can argue this till the death, but it is a fact. And the oldest traditions and the oldest religions and the oldest cultures always celebrate New Year's in the spring. You cannot start endeavors in the season of death, okay? Winter is the season of death. January is the season of death. This is a perversion. This is, so the human energy cannot be at its highest point where we think we're starting over. So everybody's like, oh, new year, new me, I'm starting over. You can't start over when things are in a period of death. They're not born yet. So that's why New Year starts in spring. You can hear it in my voice because I'm very passionate about this. If you study, these are the things that you're going to find, okay? And it's irrefutable because the ancient traditions had it right. All right, so the next card we're going to look at is 2 of Swords. This is Moon in Libra. okay? Now, this is the Lord of Peace restored. Now, the swords do, they're problematic, okay? So your swords are going to be your problematic area of the tarot, where there's going to be issues, internal issues, pain, conflict, and you can see it in a lot of the imagery of the swords cards. But the reason why peace is restored is because this is Moon in Libra, okay? So Libra is all about weighing the scales, becoming balanced. So she has, instead of like the man that was standing between the two staffs, her element is crossed over her because she has not come to a decision yet. She's not in a place of balance yet. She is looking internal. So the peace restored is all in the calming waters behind her in the imagery. You can't see your reflection when the waters are in turmoil. Now, again, if you look at like this card where the water is wavy behind them, it's because there's a lot of shit happening. He's not going through an easy time here. And, you know, he's got it hard. So that's what that imagery suggests, is like the ships are like, whoa, like we don't know what's going on. You know, but in this card, you have to be able to see your reflection. The water must be placid and it must be calm. And the moon, anytime the moon is present, it's offering the opportunity for you to go within and look into the places that you have not explored. And this is why this decision is important in this card, because you need to look at everything, to weigh all options. There's an emotional attachment to this decision that needs to be made because the moon is present. The moon always denotes emotions as well. And anytime there's water and the moon, we're talking about emotions. So to get this thing started, to have this number 2 energy, to get to the next point so you can get to the 3, you have to make a decision. A decision must be made. Now, this card is the first deacon of Libra, and this falls kind of like right in the middle of the zodiac, which is the balance. Okay, so we're looking to find balance. We're looking to restore our inner peace by making this heavy choice and this heavy decision. Another thing that I want to talk about, I don't think I'm going to do a summary with the numbers, with the number cards, just because there's so much information, there's so many videos. I'm actually up to date now on YouTube, so if you want to go to my YouTube channel at Lady M Tarot Talks, you'll be able to find all of my videos there, so you don't have to like keep swiping back and forth. You can watch them over again and you know, watch them on repeat if you like. The one thing I wanted to talk about that I didn't talk about in the 2 of Cups was the lion head. You're not going to see the lion head in the Staff of Hermes. The Staff of Hermes, it's usually just an orb on top, and then the wings explode. And for me, I really think the lions, if you look it up, some people will be like, oh, it suggests a chimera, which is like 2 different animals in one. But for me, I really feel like it gives off a sphinx vibe, okay? Like the winged lion to me is a sphinx, and the sphinx always protects sacred information. So I think that like the writer A.E. Waite, he put it there just to make a suggestion that there's information that's being asphyxiated. That's what sphinx is. It's a asphyxiation. If you look at the etymology of words, you'll find it means to cut off. So the Ark of the Covenant and the pyramids and anything that has sacred esoteric information is going to have a sphinx guarding it, because not everyone is initiated and not everyone is allowed to have this information. But I'm going against all that by giving you this esoteric information, because I truly believe people who don't want this information are not going to look at these videos and they're not going to find it. And if you found me and you found these videos, then you're ready for this information and you're ready to have it. But I just wanted to, you know, make it all available in one space. And if you're really, really serious, you're not going to have to spend the huge amount of hours and hours of reading books and, you know, looking through internet videos and, you know, assessing these imageries and going on message boards. So that was the analysis of the 2s, and I'm going to move on to the 3 shortly. Like I said, check out my YouTube, Lady M Tarot Talks. Check out my blog at I'm That Witch on WordPress, and let me know what you think, and I will talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.